No i dobra, zaczynamy. Mamy różdżkę, mamy wszystko. List żeśmy przeczytali. Przypomnijmy, o czym był ten list. Przyjdź do mnie. Nie wiem, czy tam kto pamięta, kto nie pamięta, ale idziemy do ziomka. Mamy 6. level. I idziemy.
What are you up to now?
When I fell off my broom and broke 6 bones, they said they'd never seen Scarecrow work so fast.
I tried a new reversal.
Peasy has a special knack. It's tormenting Professor Black. Acid warm.
Revelio.
Ten zamek jest dokokszony ostro. Posągi się patrzą. W końcu. Z tego pisemka wychodzi na to, że on jest na takim poważnym traktowaniu. A on, bo dostali pismo, że by go wyszkolić. O, siedział na ziemi i czekał. Tak, bo one dają obrony więcej. A, to nie wiem. Zaraz...
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor.
Nie, chodzi o to, że tam widziałem obronę ma.
It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Weź światło
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit, before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Dobra. Idziemy. Ćwiczyć. Musimy się... Profesor Hecat.
I've always said that travel.
A to co to jest? Tam jest kartka. Widzisz? 32.
Come now, Annabelle. It was a long time ago.
A, no tak.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Co, zmieniło mi się ten? A jak chcę zmienić, to muszę na mapie. To chcę. I co dalej? A, okej. Co się nauczę? A co to było za zajęcie? Gdzie?
Revelio.
I believe we have some matters to discuss.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
Jedną z dwóch.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Kurde, nie da się.
Revelio.
Ready for another round?
I think so. We shall see who shows up.
There's no one in the school I'd be afraid to duel.
I know, Sebastian, I know.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
Apologies in advance.
Potato! Stupid!
Fringo! You're better than that!
Stupid! Accio!
Act like a winner.
Protego!
Give up on four.
Levioso.
Confringo.
If that's all you've got, Stupefy. Reparo. Accio.
Don't shy away now. I could never duel like that.
To co, już mam wygrane? Dwie?
Bravo!
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
I co, mam dwie? Ukończone.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Accio.
That's it!
Levioso.
Excellent form!
Levioso. Accio.
Good one! I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Co to ja mogę wrócić tutaj?
Assignment's all finished. Revelio.
Gdzie?
Revelio.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you and that you found success in your endeavors.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, Focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate and keep your wand steady.
Czyli co, spacją startuje.
Good work.
To. A gdzie jest ogień to? A, to się zmienia tak. Ja myślałem, że... Jeszcze kupę zaklęć nie mam. No już?
Incendio!
A, bo to nie można, tak. To może to zrobimy, co? No i gdzie mówisz, te okulary można ukryć? Na tamtym typku chyba mogę poćwiczyć.
Incendio!
A, może bliżej podejść.
Getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself.
Czemu to jest takie nie...
Levioso! Incendio!
Co?
Levioso! Incendio!
Setting things ablaze is certainly cathartic, isn't it?
Accio! Incendio! I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
A jak?
Revelio. Reparo. Revelio.
Nic. No i co?
Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Accio! I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio!
Ty złota.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
zagadkę rozkminić.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio! Revelio. Levioso.
O! Tu schodów nie ma. To jest zagadka.
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel
Lumos.
was before I invented flu packs.
Levioso. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's
Mordę.
gobstones. Accio! Revelio. Revelio. Accio. That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her. Revelio.
It's a good thing the owls are awake.
Revelio.
If you want to win, treat me to a buffet at the Three Broomsticks. I need to stop by the
To
owlery.
wyższe piętro, nie mogę.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstone.
Hello, Zenobia. I found all your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's a fine idea.
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together laughing as all the losers get sprayed, which won't include me. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
Może i potrzebuję, ale nie w tej chwili. Co jest mały ważny i ważniejszy. Dużo tutaj jest takiego biegania, chodzenia.
Ah, there you are.
Jak Wiedźmin. To w Wiedźminie tak było, że się siadało.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is...
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
5 minutes. In my office. Zwolnij go.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
O, te ziomki to muszą być misje poboczne właśnie, co tak stoją i nie wie co ze sobą zrobić. Ile kłotów, głaszczemy wszystkie. A jak zamiałczą. Ale tu jest taka jedna ferma, zobacz. A gdzie te czary były? A gdzie się ustawia te? Pamiętasz? Nie wyposażenie? Ta. Bo chcę tu zamienić.
Sebastian, there you are.
I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. So, why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books, so do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt, but a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Co, idziemy do tej biblioteki?
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be.
Nauczy nas nowego zaklęcia.
Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
F, spacja. Zamiast którego? Ognia chyba, co?
I'll be quieter than a jobber knob.
F, użyj. Co się stało? To teraz ty spróbujesz. No spróbuj, no ja widzisz, że mnie wykryto.
We must remain unseen.
A, i on odchodzi.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Damn! You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Better not be a student. The library is no place for larking about. Out at once!
Kurde. To nie takie proste. Jak śpiewał. O, tu jest.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
Wziąłem.
that wasn't so difficult after all. Now to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
Co to jest? Na dół muszę iść?
Ghost, don't let her see you. Should be in the clear. No need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic. Secrets of the darkest arts. I'm impressed.
Revelio. Revelio. Reparo.
Who have we here? Sebastian Sallow and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't you...
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
How do I know you won't go to the librarian and blame this all on me?
Why would I do that? I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where has that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
Reparo!
Revelio. Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. That's it! Revelio. Where might this lead?
O, jak tam mam wejść? Czym?
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Revelio.
X?
Protego.
A, bo to jest to. To co, coś było?
Not surprising. Guards at the ready. Protego. Accio. Lumos. Stupefy. Levioso. Revelio. Protego. Stupefy. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Lumos. Levioso. Accio.
No nie. Guzik. O! A, bo on z tym czarem, kurwa, nie mogę biegać.
Revelio. This must be the way forward, but to where? Incendio! best keep my wits about me.
Nie, pewnie jak jeszcze.
Revelio.
A, i tu się zrobiły. Strzelić?
Revelio.
Spłacam.
Stupid one. Levioso. Incendio. Protego. Stupid one.
Ale mnie rozjebał. Ale mu dojebał. O.
It is a book after all.
To ci co poprzednio byli, nie?
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor Bakar.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
To miała minę taką nietęgą, jakby chciała ich uziemić.
Sebastian.
To pewnie się będę bił z kimś.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
No i co, żeśmy opierdzielili gdzieś dział ksiąg zakazanych i wychodzę normalnie stąd? Na legalu?
Revelio.
To?
Incendio.
A co to znaczy czekaj?
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind, but I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
I find the whole concept of hurling one's body around on a broom.
Incendio! Lumos! That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
I'd be quite happy if I never had to sit on a broom again.
Oh, hello, Madam Kagami.
Good on you for stopping that troll.
Hello. Oh, very funny.
Dobra, to co, teraz ty lecisz? No. Jest zniszcz. Nie. Kurde, jak hrabia Saski wygląda teraz. Oszukali nas.
They should stick you in with the Jarvis. Your face.
Accio!
Oh, shut up! The both of you.
Then in the end, it didn't show.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood? Makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Dobra, siadaj, graj. Masz, to ty. Ja już tu zrobiłem, co mogłem. Abracadabra, czary mary. Twoja stara, to twój stary.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Aha. Jeszcze coś? Nati właśnie. Dolny Hogsmeade.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
No to już nie wiem, co tu trzeba zrobić. Tyle misji. No zobacz. Zadanie profesor Hecat. Skrzyżowany rudzisz, sztuczki, trening kombinacji zaklęć. Tutaj się nauczymy Expelliarmus. Nie pamiętam. Aha. Weź udział w zajęciach. Nie, to są profesora Figa. No to mam. O, zobacz. Legendarną opończę dostaliśmy. Nie. Czy tak? Wieczorna. To miała być legendarna. Nie. To gdzie? A. O, to co? To nie ma. To dziwnie. A, to tu było, patrz. Zmień wygląd. F. Tu jest. I możesz zrobić, że nie będzie widać. A, bo mogą być takie, 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 takie i takie, 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 takie. Albo bez. Ale ma je, tak. To samo z tymi... No tutaj, o widzisz? Jak najeżdżasz na to, to się pokazuje. I to samo tutaj. F. No i może mieć taką. Co? Taką mu zostawię. Czekaj, nie to, tylko F. I teraz może mieć, o zobacz, to jest dom, może mieć taką. O. Merlina. A ta się mieni w czachy. Nie no, ta fajna. Udzienie, udzienie. Tutaj F. Takie. Ho, ho. Mm. Tu. No dobra, tak go zostawimy. Na razie. Rękawiczki. Można. Takie, nie? No dobra, to jest. A my mamy już zaś 9. poziom. Ty mówisz o 3. No, tu. Coś jeszcze tutaj. A. Jakich? No nie masz jeszcze Alohomora. No nie masz jeszcze Alohomora. A czekaj. Bo mi się misja nie wybrała. A nie jest. O nie! Unikaj ataków przeciwnika, wykonując przewroty, wypróbuj incendium przeciwko kilku wrogom. I to... No to tak jakbym musiała iść do tej Nati. Czy coś. Dobra, to pójdę na te zajęcia z zielarstwa. Zobaczę.
What are you up to now?
Co to? Kto to? gadał przed chwilą. Ty coś chcesz? Nie?
Revelio. Revelio.
Coś tu jest. Gdzieś tu coś jest. Tu nie. To gdzie tu? Gdzieś tu coś jest. Nie umiem znaleźć.
Revelio.
As far as I
Revelio.
learning sleeping draft. Best time for the history of magic.
You know it does help when you can while you're stirring.
I need someone to lend me some potions ingredients. Don't give me that look. I told you before I
I really have made a mess of things.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Nice to see you again. Thank you for asking. And I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You might recall that I was trying to cast non-verbally when we met in the common room. Well, I mastered that. And now I've taken to creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Incendio!
A, widziałeś? Podpaliłam smoka. Stronę przewodnika. O! Wszystkie strony przewodnika zebrałam. Jej!
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books.
Była gdzieś ta książka. Gdzie jest Akio?
Lumos! Levioso! Incendio! Accio!
Aha. Sorry. Rzuci.
Revelio!
Jest.
Accio! Got it. Only 4 more to go. Protego!
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see?
Kurde, wcześniej to widziałam.
Accio! This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her. Accio!
Jeszcze jedna. Tak, książki Cressidy. Złapałam te... Zadanie przyjęłam. Pomocy w odnalezieniu książek. Czemu się na mnie tak patrzysz? Gdzieś się na mnie patrzyła? Chciałaś coś? Tamten też się patrzy. O, skrzynia. Proszę. Może pójdę sobie na górę?
Revelio!
Coś tu brzdęka jesteś.
Accio!
Tu gdzieś byłaś.
Incendio! Accio! That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Świetnie. Tu gdzieś jakaś skrzynka jest.
And have you seen how these professors look at your clothes? Black looks at me like I'm a pauper. I swear the man thinks I am sleeping.
Revelio!
know I'm a bit of a lost cause on the broom.
You probably just haven't found one.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
Zobaczmy, co my tu mamy. Co nie ma? Coś tu się świeciło dziwnie. O, jeszcze nie mogę. A nie, są jeszcze jakieś 25. Czyli są jeszcze jakieś strony przewodnika w takim razie. Okej. Jeszcze? Spróbujemy zrobić emisję poboczną może.
Having a pleasant time at school?
Oh, everybody knows you're in here.
This looks like the location from the painting.
I wish I needed a
What could be
new
so
one,
special about
but
it?
I haven't used
Lumos,
Yes.
let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Tak. Tak.
Anyone fancy going to Brood and Pet?
O, źle.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Widzisz? O, jest.
I thought Professor Black would get rid of all the muggle.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Revelio.
Nie ma tu nic. Dobra. Czyli co? No to zajęcie z zielarstwa.
When my mother was here, it was a different professor. Nowhere near.
Jakaś skrzynka jest? No cóż.
Revelio. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Jej! Zaczynamy misję.
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and pat down the soil! The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. So for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say. Nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Okej, czyli on to jest eliksir wigenowy.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Revelio.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But you'll lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight. Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Don't worry. Now, see that dummy?
Revelio.
Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Revelio.
Coś tu jest? Chyba już nie. Aha, tu coś możemy wziąć. Spawel, czy nie? Tam. To nic. O, tu coś jest. Jednak. Co coś jest? Oj, nie tu. Na górę. Tak, nie? O, nie. To gdzie mam iść? Przepraszam bardzo. Tu? Co? Ach, co?
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my...
I do wonder about To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Revelio.
Czekaj. Co zrobiłam? Jeszcze nic. Wszyscy wyszli.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before.
Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself? Why, the very idea.
Chciałam sobie tu jeszcze pójść.
It's about time Hogwarts put someone like Black in charge. Perhaps now we can stop all these disgusting mudlarks.
Wejść. Nie mógł. Pozbieramy, może się coś kiedyś tam przyda.
Revelio.
O-o. Da się schodzić gdzieś na dół. Gdzie my jesteśmy? Jakaś skrzynia. Aha. To jest to, tak? Żeby nie było mnie widać. Tak. Tylko muszę się schować, bo nie patrzy się. O, teraz. Widzisz? Ojej, biedna. Okradłam cię. Do tego to służy.
Have you ever wondered how owls know where to deliver their letters? Magic, I suppose.
My parents were thrilled to hear that Latin.
No i co? Dawaj mój dyptam. Nie ma go! Gdzie mój dyptam? Ktoś mi zajumał dyptam. Czy ja tu nie byłam jeszcze? Tak. Sorry, pomyliłam klasę. 17 sekund. Czekamy. Pięć, 4, 3, 2, 1. Świetnie. Okej. No świetnie. Jakąś misję by się przydało wybrać. O, zajęcia z eliksirów. To chyba idziemy. Taka kolekcja.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
It's astonishing what one can learn.
Hello.
Everyone knows you can't conjure food.
Och, tu jeszcze nie była.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade? Revelio!
Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Gdzieś tutaj coś jest.
Levioso! Revelio!
Tutaj.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
The boy was trying I saw an aura about it.
Why would Black want to be headmaster?
Letting on about the
Goblin Rebellion.
Coś tu jest. A, rozpoczęłam misję. Okej.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp.
The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Coś ma znowu.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Ciekawe, ciekawe. Zbierz jaja popiełka.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. You remember me, don't you? Gareth Weasley.
Ah, yes. We met in the common room.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
Przynieść czy nie? Nic nie patrzyłeś.
Very well. I'll bring you a Fwooper feather.
Brilliant! Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
O, to nie tu? Gdzie jest ten jego gabinet? Tutaj.
Your potion should not be that foul. Your potion station's organized and free of clutter.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Fine job brewing your first Wiggenweld potion. But there are many potions yet to learn. This is going to be a busy year.
Here's the Fwopper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Juris potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
My Wiggenweld potion's utter rubbish. Wish I could just replace it with one from J. Pippin's.
Revelio.
A well-prepared
Revelio.
wizard always has a few potions on hand.
Gdzieś tu mi brzdęka. Tu?
Wiggenweld potion is
Gdzieś mi tu brzdęka. Ale nie wiem gdzie. Dobra, uważaj. Edurus. Wzmacnia obronę osoby, pokrywając jej ciało twardą, kamienistą skórą. Ile mam zrobić? No już, więcej nie mam.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah! Get it! Dragon done! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Revelio.
Sorry, Professor.
Coś gdzieś tutaj
That'll be
brzdęka.
points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Mój eliksir. Co, kończymy na dziś? Super. Teraz? No tu już spotkać się z Nati. Albo ten Expelliarmus, ale to muszę zrobić gdzieś po drodze. Jak będziemy w Hogsmeade. Albo iść i jeszcze zrobić ten trening skrzyżowanych różdżek. Gdzie to jest? Ustawienia? Zapisz. Tu? Czekaj, jeszcze pozbieram to, co trzeba. Co tu jest jeszcze? A ma tylko 19 ze 150. Dobra. Okej. Harry, nie Harry, tylko to? Jak się... To? Dobrej nocy wszystkim. Do następnego razu.
Kto oglądał, to oglądał, kto nie oglądał, to trudno. Zapraszamy na następny. Jelo.